completely incoherent.
Well, some of the parts in that State of the Union was incoherent. We can all agree on that.
Oh, which parts?
Any of the parts you couldn't understand, it'd be a little common sense. I couldn't tell you
Can
what
you
he
just
was
tell
saying,
me
so
a
I can't-
specific one?
I couldn't understand it, so I really couldn't say.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, here, I'll ask you this question. How do you feel about Trump losing the election in 2020?
At the time, I thought it was a fair election, and he lost. So what could I do?
So Trump has been lying and trying to undermine our American democracy?
Well,
Yeah,
no.
Rachel, thank you for the subscription. Thank you
Evidence
so much, Rachel.
more evidence came out has suggest that some of it was rigged.
Can you show me? What was the evidence?
Yeah, there's. Let me see what the guy's name is. Well, Harrison Floyd, which was on the Trump campaign, said he found evidence recently of there being election fraud in the Georgia.
Yeah, what was that evidence?
He hasn't presented it yet. He said he's taking it to Congress or something.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll wait to see this. Can't wait to see it.
And that's why I said it. I said in 2020 I believed it was a fair election.
So if you believe it was a fair election, well, then Trump has been undermining our democracy, undermining our American democracy by denying the fair and democratic election results.
That's not fair. No, it isn't, because Hillary did the same thing.
No, again, she conceded the next day, and again, I would condemn someone doing so if it's fair and democratic and there's no evidence to indicate that it was stolen.
So anyone who claims the election is stolen should be condemned for undermining our democracy?
Yeah.
Fannie Willis, let's see, Letitia James, she did rallies campaigned on Trump being not our president.
Yeah,
so
then I would condemn those actions.
So you believe the fraud case should be condemned too then?
The fraud? No, you can look up and investigate. I don't see an issue with that. But claiming that someone has one based on fraud with no sufficient evidence, yeah, that's bad.
Well, the issue with that is Judge Engron said the juries get it wrong all the time, and he said if they have a red sweater on, then they should be charged, and if they had a blue sweater on, they shouldn't be charged. Well,
wait, what are you saying?
Judge Engron, the one in the fraud case, said sometimes there are different verdicts for blue sweater and a red sweater.
Okay, what about it?
If they're the same crime and you have a red sweater on, you should be charged. If you have a blue sweater on, you shouldn't be charged.
No, that's not what's being claimed at all.
No,
Can you just give me a citation for that?
That's what he said. It's on video. He said, "I'm going to say something that may be controversial."
Give me a citation for that? What video?
Yeah. Let me see what it's called.
Yeah, thank you for the festival. Thank you so much, Sharpie. By the way, everyone, if you haven't followed me yet, if you have not, if you will vote for Trump in 2024, send a guest request right now. Again, everyone. Does anyone know if Harry's going to go live today? I messaged him to see if he was, but I have no clue.
Okay, so the video title is called "Send This to Trump's Legal Team Now," and it's under Red.
You got civic and election integrity, bro. Got to go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024. I think that was a bullshit fucking ban. Def Jam, thank you for the choral. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, are you going to vote for Trump in 2024?
Yes.
And why is that?
Why? Well, the choices aren't good, but he's better than Biden.
And why is that?
Because under Trump, the economy was much better.
How do you know that was caused by Trump?
What do you mean it wasn't caused by Trump?
Yeah, how do you know that was caused by Trump? So you're saying
that the economy wasn't... He was the president at the time.
Okay, he was also the president
so you're the first person in American politics that's going to say that when the economy was good, when Ronald Reagan was president, are we saying that the economy, he had no responsibility for it, or when Bill Clinton was the president?
Not necessarily. No. Well, you have to actually demonstrate that policies they pass or influence you pass actually benefited people.
You're saying that no one has to demonstrate anything.
Yeah,
the American people look at their pocketbook and they say, when he was president, things were better.
And
that's how people judge elections.
Fallacy.
That's how people judge elections. I'm not going down the rat hole of your nonsense.
This is
Okay?
not nonsense for me to say
It
that
is
you need
nonsense.
a rational
It's a rat
process.
hole of nonsense.
No,
Take
it's
that wig
rational
off and
process.
stick it up your ass.
Well, why are you so angry, bro? I'm just asking you for a rational
No, I
process.
ain't great at all. I'm telling you to take that wig and stick it up your ass.
Do you need a Snickers bar?
Yeah.
Nemo, I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You need a baby bottle? Right? Like I do. I'm not even doing anything. You just got so mad that you got mad and left after I literally just asked you for a reasonable point to hold to that worldview. Wow. What a crybaby, bro. Get back in the guest box and stop being a crybaby, bro. Get in the guest box, man. What are you doing? What is going on, bro? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Okay. I can't believe he got so angry, bro. It's like, why are you so angry? Like, what did I do, bro? I'm literally just sitting here having conversations, bro. Rachel, thank you for the confetti. I appreciate it. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Oh, someone's driving. All right. Only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. I've got no people in the guest box right now. Literally zero. Literally zero guests, everyone. He said I have a wig too. Like, bro, like what? What is he talking about? What? Does my hair look fake, bro? That's crazy. That's actually wild, bro. All right, let's go to the next person, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Trump is so epic. I love Trump. Woohoo! Trump is the man.
Oh my god, bro.
Hello?
Oh, you are in my right ear, bro. Let's see, what was that, chat? You look tired. The bags under my eyes, they're genetic. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
24.
Are you going to vote for Trump in 2024?
Yeah, I am.
And why is that?
Because he is a man of God.
So is Biden.
I think Trump is more of a man of God.
Really? He cheated on multiple of his wives. He engaged in sexual abuse, held liable for it. He's a fraudster. He's been lying about the election for the past few years with no sufficient evidence to indicate that. What are you talking about, bro? He doesn't even go to church, right?
Trump. I believe Trump.
Huh?
He is a man of God, and I am a man of God.
Bro, come on, bro. Are you trolling?
No.
So are you going to respond to any of the points that I brought up, or are you just going to say that?
Yeah.
No? I can hear your smile, bro. That's so tough. All right, let's get the next person up, everyone. Only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 63 years old, man.
Yo, Jillian, thank you so much for the 6-month subscription. Thank you so much, Jillian. I appreciate it. Are you going to vote for Trump in 2024?
Hell no. I just want to say this.
Based.
Trump can't even quote a Bible verse, bro.
That's so real.
For these people to get up on your platform and say he's a man of God, the Bible speaks about there's many lords and there's many gods.
Thank you so much. Yeah, 2 Corinthians, right? Am I right?
Yeah. Satan is a god in that sense. You follow what I'm saying? Satan has followers, and Trump is one of them. That's why he was kicked down. He was kicked from heaven because he wanted to be God. So
yeah,
these people.
I don't believe any of this because I'm not Christian. But.
Okay, well, you might not believe it, but I mean, you know, he wanted to be God. He wanted to be more than God. Trump has no attributes, no traits of being God, no characteristic, no morals, no nothing, anything. I just wanted to say that, bro, because I heard the guy say,
For sure. All right. Well, I appreciate you
Yeah.
coming on, man. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, bro.
Yeah.
Have a great
Yeah,
day.
you're doing a good job, man.
Thank
Keep
you,
up
thank
the good
you.
work.
Thank you. Thank you. Only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. We don't see anyone in the guest box that is new here. We are just looking for some debates, though. Please only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024, everyone. Only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024, y'all. All right, let's get some people up here. All right, is it going to accept this person? I'm trying, everyone. Give it 1 minute. By the way, everyone, we still have the following glitch. We are getting it very badly on this account. Very badly on this account. Maya, don't you not disagree? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, are you going to vote for Trump in 2024?
Yeah, I think I'm going to give him a try.
And why is that?
Well, when you look at things, you look at Trump, and we have Trump and we have Biden, and we don't have a really good selection. But Trump is not he's not a politician by the experienced definition of politicians. Biden is a politician. Biden is a lot older. He's got some issues. They both have issues. I know Trump has significant
Do you
issues.
just mean like career politician? Because like they're both politicians by definition.
Yeah, I mean career politicians. You know, Trump had an experience, but his first real office, political office, was president.
Yeah, so like why is that like a good thing?
Well, because if you're looking for something different, politicians are notorious for lying and so forth. And if you've been doing it for so many years as inbred, I think it's really a part of you. Donald Trump, at
Trump
least,
is known for lying.
he is known for lying, but he represents. Be honest with you, he represents the American way. I mean, honestly, most
The
Americans.
lying, the sexual abuse, the fraud, this is all the American way. The saying that you would date a 10-year-old in 10 years.
Well,
The walking into changing rooms of teens. Appreciate the handout. Thank you so much for justifying it because you quote unquote own the place. That's the American way.
no, that is, he's very sarcastic. There's no documentation that he's ever done anything out of the way with those teens.
He said that he literally admitted to doing that and said that it was justified because he quote unquote owned the place. Now, do you want to hear Trump saying that he would what's it called? He would date a 10-year-old in 10 years? Do you want to hear that?
Yeah, I like to hear that because I haven't heard anything like that. He would date a 10-year-old in 10 years.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now.
Okay.
Give it a second. You can bring up something in the meantime while I pull it up because it takes a second. Oh, actually, here we go. It's right here. It's just taking a second to load. Just give it a minute. I got an ad.
All right.
It means some everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. Share the live as well, everyone. As well, if you want to support me, Venmo, Cash App in the bio, like always, everyone.
Well, I hope he didn't say. I hope you don't show me that. I have an 8-year-old, and if somebody that age tries to date my daughter, it's going to be a short life lived for the rest of their life for them.
Yeah, so like, isn't that ridiculous for him to say?
There won't be a court.
So here, I'll show you him saying this. You can hear the little girl's voice too. Sorry, it's the ad is like literally so long. All right, give it a second, everyone.
You know, there's a lot of AI going. I hate to.
This isn't AI. This is an AI because it's from 1992.
Okay. Yeah, that's not AI in 1992.
Oh my god, I got another fucking ad, bro. Oh my, yo, bro. Fucking hell. Yo, this shit, I can't, bro. Give it 1 second. 1 second. It's so close. It's so fucking close, dude. I'm gonna go insane, everyone. Oh my god, they gave me a different video. Dude. I can't do this shit, bro.
Wait, am I winning this argument now, or what's going on? Am I?
No, it's literally it's literally just not loading. Give me 1 second. I can pull it up right here.
Going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it? Thursday night. You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
So
Thursday night. You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
well, was this lady pregnant? Because 10 years in 10 years means that that
She would be 20 years old, but that's a 10-year-old.
yeah, he'll be dating her in 20 as soon as he gets when
Isn't that still gross?
It is gross. It is gross. But however, at least he says in 10 years until she turns 20. I mean, yes, it's tough to think about things like that. Donald Trump represents.
Would you be laughing if someone said that about your daughter?
No, I'd probably hit him. However,
Yeah, that's what I thought. So why are you going to vote for him?
well, because I know that he is. See, people will choose the person they want to say that to, and if he looks at me, I'm a pretty big, strong guy, and he knows that not to say that to me. So he was probably not afraid or intimidated by the person he said that to. He's not. He's
Yeah,
not.
the 10-year-old.
Well, I mean, he was talking to some adults when he said, I'll be dating her in 10 years.
The news.
Oh, he was on the news saying that?
Thursday night. You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
Yeah, he's talking to the news.
Well, he's talking to the news. The news can't hit back, but I'm like in Bruce Lee in the movie, bags don't hit back, but I do.
So why would you vote for this guy then?
Well, because I believe that he was joking, and he has.
And is that an acceptable joke for a president?
It's not, but again, he wasn't. He was younger. He wasn't running for president at that time.
He was younger. This was 1992. How old was he at the time?
1992. That was.
Yeah. Do you want me to pull up? He was born in like the 50s or the 40s, right?
Yep, he was born in I think the 40s.
Yeah, he was born 1948 or 46. Okay, so he was definitely old enough.
He was definitely old enough, but at that time, I read his book, The Art of the Deal. So even at that time, he was not thinking about becoming president and was not thinking about being politically correct. And so I think,
Bruh, so
I think that what reason a lot of people we having this debate, but a lot of people are voting for Trump. Sad to say that a lot of people have done crazy things and thought crazy things and said crazy things.
I don't know. I don't think Biden's a proven sexual abuser. I don't think Biden said that about a 10-year-old. I don't think Biden walked into changing rooms of teens and justified it by saying he owned the place. I don't think Biden sent 83% of taxes to the top 1%, decreasing after-tax income for the middle class and for the lowest quintile and increasing it for the top 1%, 0.1% and the highest quintile. I don't think that Joe Biden called for a death penalty, which 4% of people on death row are innocent. I don't think Joe Biden called for a Muslim ban. I don't think that Joe Biden undermined our American democracy for years by claiming there was sufficient evidence to overturn the election with absolutely nothing to justify that. Right?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, how can you do that? How can you vote for this guy?
Well, that's true. Joe Biden has, as we know it, that type of.
You're muted, man. Can't hear you. Hello? In the meantime, everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. Everyone share the live as well. We have a huge following glitch, everyone. It's truly unfortunate.
Likes, everyone share the live as well.
Oh, you gotta call, man. You gotta swipe out of the app, swipe back in, man. Swipe out of the app, go to your home screen, come back to the app, everyone. Or I mean, not everyone, Elliot. All right, give it a second, everyone. You can unmute now, man, and it should not have an echo. There you go. What were you saying?
No, what I'm saying is that Trump, what I'm saying, Biden is 80-something years old. And there's a number of people that would, all things being equal, they would vote for Biden. However, Biden is going to be moving towards 90. And
he's okay. So Trump is literally like a few years younger.
He's a few years younger, but it's not.
He's like 3 or 4 years younger.
I think it's probably 5 or 6 years younger.
No, it's 3 to 4.
I thought Biden was about 82.
Biden's 81.
Is he 81? You sure? We can look it up.
Go ahead.
But either way, I think Biden is about is a few years younger, but Biden is showing a lot of significant aging signs.
You could say the same thing for Trump. He mistook E. Jean Carroll for his ex-wife. The person he was proven to have sexually abused with his ex-wife.
Yeah, but he's not falling down off planes and falling.
I think that's worse, to mistake your ex-wife for someone you have sexually abused.
Well,
and then he also claimed that he wouldn't have sexually abused E. Jean Carroll. Finn, I appreciate the confetti. Thank you so much. Because she's quote unquote not his type. So how do you mistake E. Jean Carroll and your ex-wife and then also claim at the same time that she's quote unquote not your type and that's why you didn't abuse her? Like what? Incoherent gibberish. He's lying right in front of you. I can literally prove it.
Yeah, he does lie, and unfortunately, his character would not be tolerated in most other countries unless those countries are dictatorships, and they can say what they want to say. But as a citizen in another country, it wouldn't be tolerated because it's obviously. However, even with that being said, most people have lied, including you, young man. I'm sure have lied. You don't believe in God. That's okay. I'm not here to attack you because most scientists don't believe in God. However, my point is that Donald Trump seems to represent a lot of people who have in the closet done crazy things. They know they've done it. So that's why they won't tell you that, but that's why they're voting for Trump, because he reminds them of them of him, or he reminds them of themselves rather. And that's kind of
so the KKK is voting for Trump because he reminds them of themselves.
Well, the KKK are a bunch of cowards.
No, I'm just clarifying. Because you said people are voting for him because they see themselves in him. Appreciate the lemonade. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Finn. Thank you so much. So couldn't you say that about the Proud Boys and the KKK? Appreciate the lemonade. Thank you so much. So they're voting for Trump?
Let me tell you why the KKK is voting for Trump. Because sometimes silence, Trump is silent about a lot of things because he thinks that's politically correct. That doesn't mean he agrees with it. But because he's silent, that gives the KKK an opportunity to say, hey, listen, we're going to vote for this guy because he wants to be politically correct. He's silent about the things that we do. He's just not taking any stance against it. And so that's better than somebody else, like maybe Obama or somebody else or Biden taking a stance.
So your whole idea that people are voting because they see themselves in him isn't true then?
Well, no, they do see them. The KKK is a different story. I mean, they're a bunch of, cowards. However, hiding behind a white.
Isn't it interesting to say that they're overwhelmingly and predominantly voting for Trump?
Again, because of his silence. And I think.
And I mean, is that someone you want to vote for?
Well, Donald Trump needs to change that And if he changes and becomes a little bit more outspoken about right and wrong, because what KKK is doing is wrong, if he does that, then he really would have a lot more votes. He would be closer to being.
He might have more votes, but he's not doing that right now.
He's not doing that right, and they keep him pretty busy with this. He's pretty busy.
You're covering your mic a little bit.
They're keeping him pretty busy. And it's difficult for him to run.
For the person in the chat that just said Harry, keep attention. If you can't identify already, I'm not Harry. So you're telling me to keep attention, but you couldn't tell the difference between me and Harry. That's crazy. Sorry, continue. I apologize.
It's okay. So maybe my debate is that Trump has less issues, has just a little of very few. A little bit less issues than Biden. Biden has dementia. Biden has many other issues.
Can you give me any evidence to indicate that Biden has dementia?
Seems to be forgetting his words on stage.
So Trump, I can show you forgetting words. It's also that's not indicative of dementia. Forgetting a word or two doesn't indicate dementia, bro.
Okay, what is your definition of dementia?
Yeah, no, I'm not qualified. You're not qualified to determine this. Psychological professionals would, and a psychological professional has not indicated that Biden has dementia.
Well, that's one characteristic. Forgetting things is one characteristic of dementia. So we don't know. And if you're strong in politics, you got a lot of people protecting you. They're not going to say that. They're not going to. He may have been.
I don't think that prevents neurologists from describing this.
If a neurologist that wants to be politically correct, they're not going to come up.
Okay, aren't there plenty of ones that don't want to?
They don't want to, but if they believe that Biden's going to win, they're not going to stand up against them. Because they still have to earn money. They still have to, and if the government,
it's not going up against them. It's describing a diagnosis.
Well, I can Google it right now, but I don't know. I'll probably lose the channel. But I can assure you that one characteristic of dementia is forgetfulness.
Okay, and Trump mistook and forgot E. Jean Carroll was not his ex-wife.
Trump is a character, and that's maybe a flaw, but. When I say a character, Trump jokes a lot, and the jokes are not good jokes. And I doubt, and he lies.
This isn't a joke. He's lying.
Well, maybe he's lying about that because, he does.
Defaming E. Jean Carroll is just a joke. Get a grip, dude.
Well, Trump is a little bit more type A, a little bit more. I think he would be a better president in terms of political. What's happening politically. We've got Israel, we've got, Hamas, we've got Palestinians, we've got some significant things happening that our government currently is just taking stance in that may not be in our best interest down the road.
How are you describing that? Are you saying that, in what way should they act?
Well, maybe not such a strong interest in. I'm not anti-Semitic or anything like that. But
you just don't want funding for Israel. I agree. That doesn't make you anti-Semitic. But Trump claims that he's the best for Israel.
He's the best for Israel?
Yeah, he claims that himself.
Well,
he says that Joe Biden's not doing enough for Israel.
Oh, he says that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's weird that he would say that, and then he would be really in bed with kind of contradicting. I would like to hear him say that because he would be in bed with Russia, and Russia is not for Israel. We know that. So that would be Putin would have a problem with that, I think. So I would have to hear him say that because I know that he's.
Votes for Biden should have their head examined. Biden has totally lost control of the Israel situation. He has abandoned Israel. He's totally abandoned Israel. And frankly, he's a low IQ individual. He has no idea where he is and who he's supporting. He doesn't know if he's supporting the Palestinians, but he knows one thing.
he is not supporting Israel. He has abandoned Israel. And any Jewish person that votes for a Democrat or votes for Biden should have their head examined. Biden has totally...
Yeah, well, I mean that's what he's saying, but actions show something different. He's given Israel a lot of financial support,
and so did Trump. And again, he's literally claiming that he's abandoned Israel. So Trump's claiming he would do more. Appreciate the little ground. Thank you so much.
Well, that's pretty incredible. Now I haven't heard that one there. I mean, I love, first of all, I love all people. Okay, whether Israel or Palestinians, because they're human beings. And however, I felt I have to kind of rethink this thing about what he just said about what Biden is doing. But I believe that Trump would impose a more believable figure as a political leader than Biden. In other words,
so that's just hope. But we just heard what Trump said he would do. He would do more for Israel. So,
he also claimed that Biden is not doing anything for Israel. So we know that's not true. So I don't know. Maybe Trump didn't take his medicine that day.
Well, then Trump has cognitive decline. Oops.
Well, I don't know. I've got to rethink some things and kind of research what you just said about Trump. Because I was leaning towards Trump primarily because you want to know the reason. Primarily because of his imposing figure and being taken more serious amongst other countries. That was one of the reasons. And two, that he's not a lifelong politician, so he would be something different. He would bring something different to the
I don't
table.
think it brings anything different. I think he's making it worse off, and I showed you plenty of reasons to believe that. Is there anything else you want to go over or talk about?
No. I'm really, you get some great arguments. I'm going to have to reevaluate my decision at this point.
For sure, man. Appreciate you coming up, man.
My pleasure.
All right, everyone. We have no guest requests, so if you do want to vote for Trump in 2024, everyone, send a guest request right now. Please only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024, y'all. LJ, send a guest request, bro. I don't get anyone banned. That's not me. I promise you. Did Tommy just get banned? Someone said rip Tommy in the comment section. I don't see Tommy live. What's the Discord? It should be in the bio. Only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024, y'all. Yep. Oh, that's truly unfortunate. Are you live streaming the whatever podcast? I might be, but I'll tell y'all where to go. Don't worry, they'll be streaming it at least. Hopefully I can. But yeah, we have no guest requests, everyone. We got no one in here, so only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024, everyone. Hopefully we can get some people. I don't know what's up with Harry. I actually messaged him to see what he's doing up today, but I haven't got a message back. I'm also dealing with a huge following glitch on this account where it's not sending out, and I'm having issues getting people in here. Literally no requests with 2.2 thousand people in here is wild. If I restart everyone, I'm going to literally see mostly following. So, honestly, what do I do? What do I do, chat? I don't see what to do. What day is the whatever podcast? It's on Friday. Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is when it is. Don't restart. See, I don't want to restart because we already have 2.2 thousand people in here, but it's also we have literally nothing. Wish you could repost lives. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up, Parker? I'm 40.
For sure. Will you vote for Trump in 2024?
Hey, man, I talked to you a little while ago about giving you a little bit of firepower for some of your arguments. I think I talked to you about the E. Jean Carroll case.
Yes.
About
what the judge said, yes.
Yeah. So I heard you talking about the 14 tenets of fascism the other day, and you said that number 6 doesn't apply to him, which is the control over the media.
Yeah, so I think he hasn't necessarily imposed like he's gonna make saying certain things in the media wrong, but he has very much imposed that like a lot of the media is fake. So I mean, it could point towards that. I just don't grant it because I just don't care to argue it against people who disagree with it because already 13 apply. So
Yeah. An easy way to kind of make that like all the way across the board is to look up Schedule F if you haven't looked it up yet. There's a good article on Politico about it. It's an executive order from Trump's presidency that Biden rescinded. That basically expands the number of federal workers. That basically just like destroys the career bureaucrats, and just gives him like pretty much complete control over the FCC and the FEC. It's pretty scary stuff.
For sure.
So yeah, I just want to bring that to your attention, man.
All right, I appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you so much.
All right, dude. Later.
Jacob in the comment section said Harry is being paid for. Jacob, are you trolling? All right. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, Parker, I'm 44.
For sure. Will you vote for Trump in 2024?
Yes.
And why is that?
Because I believe that we are experiencing sort of late stage democracy. And I think Trump represents a disruptive agent to usher us out of what I would consider to be a declining democracy into a sort of new paradigm of governing that may not be that savory, but it is a governance of strength and power. And so to those that sort of comply with those in power, I think there are opportunities to grow and prosper.
Yeah, so I don't see a decline in democracy be a good thing because that's like how we would reduce tyranny within our system. So I would argue that's a really bad thing, and I don't see why you'd want to support a decline in our democratic processes. Can you give me any system that is this level of authoritarian that actually produces good outcomes for their people?
Well, I sort of take a Machiavellian approach, where ends justify
the subscription. Thank you.
So
consequentialism?
Yeah. So I actually don't think that the goal within the ways that we're governing is to necessarily accommodate all people. I think it's more accommodating those that learn how to follow the rules.
Appreciate the hanging lights. Thank you so much. So if the rules are that slavery is okay, would that be like then something that you'd want to live, act things in accordance with?
I would hope that would not be a decision made by those in power. But I think that may be an unintended outcome. But I think the alternative is, not necessarily better. So one alternative would be we could inch along in a dying democracy. And really, Joe Biden, I think, is the perfect face for that.
Well, we could just reform our democracy to work better for us. Right. And what's up?
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Yeah, no, I understand. I just don't have faith that we are at a point where democracy can be reformed. And I think it's,
And what makes you lose that hope?
I think as we're seeing, geopolitical instability around the world, and you're seeing the emergence of, similar type, strong, authoritarian leaders pop up around the world. I think it's important for us to realize that in order for us to, compete and stay in front of the threat of those powers, we need to get on board.
No, I don't think that we need to get on board and do authoritarianism because of that. I think that there's not a single system out there that is that authoritarian that is doing good.
I guess it's how. I guess in that sense, how do you define good? Just so we are operating on a similar definition.
We're going to say leads to a great amount of economic well-being.
For who?
Well, the majority of people, right? The overwhelming majority of people in the population.
So I guess my goal for definition of good would be to achieve economic prosperity for the majority of people, but not necessarily an overwhelming majority.
Yeah, so I think that there should be economic prosperity for everyone within the country, right?
I under the previous 100 years or so, I think that would be true, but I think that we have failed in our ability to reach that goal and provide economic prosperity to, as you put it, an overwhelming majority of people.
Yeah, so we failed to do that, but that doesn't mean that we can't do that. That means that there were definitely issues within our system that prevented us from being able to do that. And again, I think that we can deal with those things and try to work around them. I don't see why we would take this approach of nothing's able to be done when we've seen things happen and seen things change.
Well, I think where we
we've seen things progress in other countries to degrees that we would like in the U.S.
Yeah, so I think where I disagree with you is just to the degree to which we have seen progress be made. I sort of compare our current state of our democracy to, the Collat's conjecture in mathematics, where, by applying a couple different rules within this conjecture, and therefore the analogy is to democracy, no matter which, number you start with, you will always end up at one. And I feel like our current democracy and sort of the dynamics, by the way, that Trump created, back in 2016, but nonetheless, it has changed our political behavior such that the amount of cynicism has become so strong that the two-party system that we have in place under this democracy will just reduce itself to self-interest and therefore overlook the interest of the overwhelming majority.
I agree, and that's why I disagree with two-party systems. So I think the way that we can reform our two-party system is by having ranked choice voting that essentially holds the two-party system accountable. So that we're lacking accountability in the U.S. And I think voting for people like Trump only reduces that accountability for these politicians, right? And actually, if what we need is accountability, how is reducing our systems to authoritarianism going to help with that, right? How is getting rid of democracy going to be helpful in that? How is allowing democracy to fold in on of itself even more going to help with that?
Well, so I guess my point is it gets back to how you're defining what the goal is. And I think under, this new sort of emerging geopolitical paradigm, I think authoritarianism is what's necessary. And while it will not achieve your goal of providing overwhelming economic prosperity for the overwhelming majority, by the way, I don't think we're achieving that now. But at least under an authoritarian leader, we can seek to achieve economic prosperity for a majority.
And again, what makes you think that? You keep making these very vague and broad claims, and I'm asking you to be hyper specific and indicating how that's going to occur. And it seems like you're not willing to provide that.
Well, I guess the way I would respond to that is using your example of you are, number one, against a two-party system, and number two, would believe in a multi-party system. And my question to you is, I understand that perspective is shared by many, and yet we are nowhere closer to such type of system. So, I mean, we can share in these idealistic
So what you're essentially saying is that this is what is going to happen, not what you think should happen.
Correct.
Okay, so that's different than what I'm talking about. What should be the case? Okay, so if you're just describing what is going to happen, that's not what I'm asking about. When we ask about why will you vote for them, right? That's not just based upon what is happening in countries. Based upon that same standard, you would acknowledge that there was slavery in particular time periods and that it would take a lot to get out of that. But you'd still argue to get out of that.
Well, I guess my point is a little more nuanced. I think under the current conditions, this is what we ought to do.
Yeah, and what we ought to do is what? Vote for Trump?
Yes, because
and
Trump, because Trump is the disruptive agent that will help at least America catch up to some of these other geopolitical superpowers.
So you are saying that we should have authoritarian leaders. And then when I ask you to justify why we do that, seems like you're just saying it's a descriptive claim instead of justifying it.
What I'm saying is that again, under the current conditions, this is what I see as the best possible outcome for the majority of people.
And why?
Because what we're, and maybe this is descriptive and maybe you won't like it, but what we're seeing right now is a failure in the sense that we're just inching closer within a political system that I think is not just dying, but darn near dead. And so the only way we can, catalyze fundamental change to meet the needs of the majority of people, I think that we need to take much more drastic measures and steps to better accommodate the majority.
And how does that mean that we need to use authoritarianism? Because again, I understand you want to do things to do this, but you're saying it's best achieved by this without providing the reason why it's best achieved by this. It just seems like a conjecture-based point, like it's just your opinion.
Parker, I've watched you a lot. I think you're amazing. I'm a troll. I hate Trump. Absolutely hate Trump.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Glad you don't like Trump. Glad you don't like Trump. I kind of had a feeling because I was like, I'm not hearing a reason. All right. Well, we have no guest requests, everyone. I don't know if it's if we should just restart or something. I don't know what to do. What do we do, chat? Because we still have 2K people in here. That's still a decent amount of people. It's just I'm not getting any debates in here. I don't think a new topic would help, chat. I think it's just completely dependent upon it being mostly following. Maybe a restart would help. I don't know. Is Harry live, everyone? I don't know. Restart. Okay, I think we will try a restart, everyone. And when we come back, everyone, I really would appreciate if you come back, everyone, because we have literally no people in the guest box. We're going to have less people in here, and that's why I'm so scared to restart. But, I mean, we have literally no one in here anyway. But, yeah, appreciate everyone. Be right back, y'all. Love y'all so much.